Have you ever wondered how a simple houseplant can transform your space and well-being? If so, this video is for you. I'm Natalia Kaylin. Welcome to my channel where I share mindful and Feng Shui design ideas on how to make our homes happier and healthier. I love plants and I'm a big proponent of having real plants in our homes for so many reasons. See, our ancestors lived in forests and other natural environments, so we evolved coexisting with plants. I believe this is the biggest reason behind our fascination with plants and having them inside our homes. We are going to discuss 3 huge benefits of having houseplants in our homes. I will name at least 20 benefits altogether, but I group them into 3 topics. First is aesthetics or decorating with plants. I want to share tips and tricks on how to place them and arrange them to get the most beautiful visual effect. Second set of benefits are some pretty amazing health benefits and that plants provide. And the third topic is we will have a little immersion in a Feng Shui world, and I will explain why Feng Shui enthusiasts claim that placing certain plant in a certain part of your home might even boost your potential for family harmony, prosperity, and wealth. In Feng Shui, we work on aesthetics as well, but we go deeper into working with the energy that particular plant expresses. I will also share a list of my absolutely favorite and easy to care plants. Let's dive into it. Plants are truly beautiful living things. We are drawn to their look, but also to their vitality. Anywhere we place a nice, healthy living plant, it changes the whole look and feel of the room. Feels especially good during cold, wintry months to be surrounded by these lush, green, vibrant things. It's a bit of a jungle here. I love having plants in our eating area and I like placing them by the sliding door. These are ficus trees and they appreciate light. It feels really good and cozy for us. They have been with us for so long that it's hard to imagine our eating area without them. My tips on decorating with plants: group them. Large plants are great on their own, but smaller plants look better if they are arranged in groups. They seem to enhance each other's beauty. It's quite an art to put different plants together. It might not be easy at first, but with some experimentation, you'll master it. It's a fun, creative process. I think here it worked. Here, I think it's too many plants, but it's nice. You can see how they used a variety of different interesting stands. My second tip: use different stands. It makes the space interesting. You can find some nice budget-friendly options on Amazon or Etsy. I will link a few in the description for you. Tip number 3: use interesting pots that look beautiful and complement the plant. I learned quite a bit from my favorite local plant store, Winston Flowers. They have the most beautiful pots and very creative way of using them. Look at these pink pots, aren't they gorgeous? Or these. Not so sure about these black ones, but these are pretty cool. I like how they place these wide, lush, leafy plants in tall, large planters. This works very well in large rooms or offices. If you like this look, you can get some of the tall pots on Amazon also. Not the same quality, but for much less money. Tall plants look really nice in the corners, although my husband would disagree with this. I have to tell you, in our home, my husband takes care of the plants. It's his hobby to grow them from seeds that we bring from our tropical trips. He nurtures them, replants them into bigger and bigger pots, waters them, loves them, and he thinks that they have to be placed not for looks, but for their best well-being, therefore for the maximum light. So he would never place a plant in the corner, but he tries to place all of them in front of the windows. But with a little compromise on both sides, we place this one in the corner between two windows. For the best results, for most corners, I recommend plants that do well in lower light. Slim Dracaena will do well. Here is a gorgeous ZZ plant in the corner, also a low light plant. In this room, the light-loving fiddle leaf fig tree is in both corners, but the room seems pretty bright. It's good practice to rotate them. Remember, they are alive and sunlight is the source of their energy. Plants can help to create a cozy conversational area in your living room. It works well to place them around the couch or your favorite chair. See how it creates a very cozy space when the couch is surrounded by plants on both sides. As you can see, the creative possibilities are endless here. It would be very interesting to see your comments. What are your favorite plants and your experiences with them? There is much more to plants that the eye can see, so let's talk about numerous health benefits that plants provide. Plants have been shown to lower stress levels in our home or work environment. A study found that people in a room filled with plants had lower blood pressure and heart rate to compare to those in a plant-free room. Another study led by environmental psychology expert Dr. Tina Brixley-Mark at the Norwegian University found that the presence of house plants in offices reduces fatigue, stress, dry throat, and dry skin. Results showed that the more plants employees would see from their desks, the fewer sick leave days they took. I can certainly appreciate increased humidity in the house, especially in the dry winter months. My husband says that he uses around 6 gallons of water per week for our plants. Numerous studies confirm that plants in office environments reduce eye fatigue caused by computer screens and enhance mood, creativity, productivity, and happiness. Dr. Chris Knight, a psychologist from Exeter University, conducted a 10-year study in which he found when plants were brought into the offices, 1 plant per square meter, employee performance on memory retention and other basic tests improved, and productivity increased by 15%. Multiple studies show if you place plants in hospital room, people recover faster. Plants in patient room were also linked to reduced need for pain medication and shorter hospital stays. But wait, there is more. Plants improve air quality. First is very straightforward. Plants convert carbon dioxide into oxygen. Second, a NASA clean air study that was conducted in 1989 suggests that plants naturally remove toxic chemicals from the air, such as benzene, formaldehyde, ammonia, and others that I cannot pronounce. NASA also found that plants absorb electromagnetic radiation and free radicals. The plants from NASA clean air study are peace lily, snake plant, spider plant, English ivy, Boston fern, 3 different types of Dracaena plant, weeping fig or ficus, golden pothos, Chinese evergreen, and chrysanthemum. These experiments were performed in a sealed space station environment in small spaces, and to be technically correct, the results would not fully apply to typical office buildings or homes because they are not sealed environments. Air comes in and out, and a typical room is larger. But you get the idea that plants are incredible things and can do so much good for us. Probably to fully have this air cleansing and radiation cleansing effect, we need a lot more plants in the room than just 1 or 2. But still, it gives me a sense of comfort to have this golden pothos in my office, knowing that it does absorb some of the EMFs that my computer and other devices radiate. Our next topic is Feng Shui, uses and benefits of plants. Before we get into it, I want to thank you for sticking around. I'm happy to keep sharing this very cool and useful info, but I also would very much appreciate your support. Please help me to grow this channel so more people can benefit from this content. If you haven't yet, click that like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. Let's name a few good uses of plants in Feng Shui. And please do not feel intimidated. You don't have to know Feng Shui to benefit from this information. In 5-element cycle, plants naturally represent wood element. Wood is rising and uplifting kind of energy. According to the Bagua, or 8 compass directions, wood is the element of the east and the southeast. East relates to family and health, and southeast relates to prosperity and wealth. Wood elements is also great in the south. The element of south is fire, and wood creates fire. South relates to fame, reputation, and happiness. I love healthy, beautiful plants in almost every room, but especially in the east, southeast, and southern facing rooms, because we want to support these aspects of our life, such as family harmony, health, wealth, and happiness. So we want to have this uplifting wood energy in the rooms that face these directions. For Feng Shui purposes, which is creating the right type of harmonious and uplifting energy, especially in the east, southeast, and south, we like to use plants with rounded leaves, not spiky leaves or plants with thorns. For these 3 directions, we prefer plants that grow upward, not downward trailing plants. And of course, we want healthy plants, not sick or dying. In the east room, plants will only have light in the morning, so I like using plants that do well in low light there, such as ZZ plant, Dracaena, peace lily, or Chinese evergreen. There are all kinds of these amazing, beautiful, and colorful leafed plants like peacock plant that you can find in your local nursery or even online. If you want a specific plant that your local store does not have, some plant farms will ship it to you. I will link a few plants in the description. In the southeast room, if you have 4 to 6 hours of indirect sunlight, a money plant will do well, or a jade plant, which is a beloved plant by Feng Shui enthusiasts. If you feel more adventurous and you have the right space for it, you can add a larger tree such as ficus or a rubber plant in the southeast corner. You can also add a red flowering anthurium to boost the energy further. In our bedroom we have my favorite plumeria tree. I love the fragrance of it. It doesn't have too many blooms right now, but typically it is covered with flowers all year round. We brought small cuttings from Hawaii. In the southern room, if you have lots of bright indirect light for at least 6 to 8 hours, a weeping fig tree or a fiddle leaf tree would love it there. Also, a citrus tree would thrive in a bright indirect light. Citrus trees are amazing. When it blooms, it fills the room with fragrance and then it bears fruit, and they are quite tasty. In Feng Shui, we also use plants to soften the environment, like railing. We can place them in front of sharp corners or on open shelves, or anywhere with sharp architectural details like here. In some homes, there is a situation where you can see the back door from the front door. The energy rushes through way too quickly and we need to slow it down. I like using plants in situations like these. Lastly, let me say that I am a huge fan of orchids. I think they can enhance any space and any room. You can spend anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks at Trader Joe's or pay several hundred for something exotic and rare like this Himalayan orchid. No matter how much you spend, I guarantee it will give you joy and it will bloom for several months. People ask me all the time if artificial plants are okay. Yes, they are okay if they look very close to a natural plant and if you dust them once in a while. I would not use dry plants for decor. I think dry plants are better in teas than in decor. Caring for a plant is an art and a science, but it is not a rocket science. Plants I listed here are very easy to care. My husband says that it's really very simple. He waters them on the same day once a week. After he finishes the first round of watering, he goes around the second time and watches if the water appears in the dish. If it doesn't, he gives it a little bit more water. He also gives them a little fertilizer once per month or two. He uses Miracle Grow. It has all the nutrients the plants need and no harsh chemicals. Care for plants is kind of intuitive, just like parenting. It's about understanding their needs and building connections. Studies show that plants can sense our care and even respond to it, growing healthier and more vibrant, which in turn makes us happier. In conclusion, plants are more than just a decor. They are companions. They are our companions and allies in creating healthier, more harmonious and beautiful living spaces. Thanks for watching. It would be great to see your comments, what plants you like and your experiences with them. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to help me to grow this channel and share this info with more people. Thank you and see you soon.